Cmdr Abhilash Tomy, retired, is no stranger to pushing the limits. As the first Indian to complete solo, non-stop circumnavigation of the globe under sail and mentor of the INSV Tarini crew, he has inspired a generation of naval adventure. At the flagging ceremony in Goa, we speak to the trailblazer himself about legacy, mentorship, and the changing tide in Indian sailing, and what this achievement means to him as a sailor, mentor, and a change maker. Here we go. Cmdr Abhilash Tomy, retired, India's first solo circumnavigator and mentor to the INSV Tarini crew. So, as someone who has circumnavigated the globe solo, what was your reaction when you heard about the double-handed voyage for this women officers?
I was quite thrilled, honestly, because this was a project that was started by Admiral Abati. Navy picked it up. We had a circumnavigation by Captain Donde. It was the first Indian to do a single-handed circumnavigation. Then I did one without stops. And then the thing is, Navy did not stop there. We went ahead and did a 6-women circumnavigation. And I was quite sure that Navy is not going to stop there as well. So I was expecting that another circumnavigation was due, and it happened in 2023. That's when I was told that we are planning to do a double-handed circumnavigation.
Right. So, what part of their journey reminded you of your own expedition, and what did you think that surpassed your expectation?
I think the entire journey was, it reminded me of what I've been through at sea. And the thing is that when they used to send pictures, images, videos of the storms or the calms and all, I was living their voyage vicariously. I think they've really done well. They've executed the circumnavigation quite perfectly, met all the targets. The boat reached every port in pristine condition, and it has arrived after going around the world without a scratch on it. And I'll say it's so good that it can probably do another circumnavigation tomorrow if somebody were willing. But they've done quite well for themselves.
Right. So, how did you mentor or guide them during preparation? Yeah, is there any philosophy or mantra that you pass on to them?
See, it was mentoring. It was not exactly coaching. It was not exactly training. Obviously, these two are included in the word mentoring. But I saw myself more as a guru, somebody who's been there, seen that, guiding a couple of women through the same path. My first business was, to put a plan in place, and that plan involved teaching them in a classroom about various aspects of the circumnavigation, from navigation to weather, the equipment they're carrying, procedures they must follow, etc. And then I showed all these things in the boat, and then taught them how to motor out and put the boat alongside. And like that, we built on it. And, one by one, they were going out to sea for a few hours on their own. Then they sailed from Karwa to Goa on their own, went to Chennai, and then went to Mauritius, which was a final exam. And after that, they were ready to go around the world. And every time they went out, I said, just don't do 3 things. No grounding, no man overboard, no collision. As in, don't ground your boat, don't hit anything, and don't fall overboard. And just don't do these 3 things. The rest, everything will be taken care of.
Do you believe this marks a new era for sailing in India, and how should the Navy or the country leverage this moment?
Absolutely. I mean, all these, things that the Navy has been doing, starting from the first circumnavigation of Captain Donde till the most recent one, have been turning points in the history of sailing in India. It's because of Captain Donde's voyage that I went around the world. It's because of my voyage that 6 women then, did their voyage in 2017-18. My Golden Globe race was spurred by this, and that led to eventually the first Asian to finish on the podium of a round-the-world race, right? So this will continue, and I'm quite sure that this is going to grow bigger. And each time a circumnavigation of this magnitude happens, what I've noticed is that the number of people who are interested in the sea grows exponentially. The thing is, we've seen, let's say, Operation Sindoor. We've seen how aircraft fly. We've seen how our Jawans fire, but nobody knows what the sea is like. We've been sea blind for generations. And these expeditions of the Navy are definitely breaking that mold. They're giving the people in the heartland of the country a glimpse of what the ocean is like. I'll tell you what, yesterday I met a gentleman who was a Marine commando. He told me that he's from Agra. He's never seen the sea before. He was afraid of heights. He's afraid of he's afraid of water, right? And now he's a Marine Commando. His job is to go to sea, jump from aircraft, and straight away into water. So, what a big difference the Navy has made to him.
You pioneered a chapter in Indian sailing history. So, how does it feel to see the legacy now carried forward by these two young women officers?
It's absolutely wonderful, beautiful, inspirational, I will say, in many ways, to see that the story continues. And I must give credit to Admiral Avati, who started this project, convinced the Navy to kickstart circumnavigations. And after each circumnavigation, he won't sit still. He was, touching the higher side of 80s. He won't sit still. He'll plot the next move, get another circumnavigation to happen. I'm sure he's no more, but I'm sure he must be very, very happy to see these two women complete their circumnavigation. I'm very sure that somebody in Naval Headquarters is planning their next move.
Okay. So, from being a lone sailor to now mentoring women breaking barriers, what does that say about how far we have come in terms of inclusivity in the armed forces?
Well, it's brilliant. I mean, it's fantastic in many ways. First of all, I think I can say this with certainty that using sailing has been a pioneering and innovative way to show women what the sea looks like. And what I can say is that that's how the Navy pioneered it, actually. We had women going to sea on sailboats far before they started serving on ships permanently. So I think that's a fantastic way to get the gang together, as I say.
Right, sir. So, lastly, if you could say one thing to the girls in small town who have never seen ocean but dreaming big, what would that be?
The sea is a great teacher. It changes you in many ways. What I say is that the sea doesn't know if you're a man or a woman. It's your quality, your grit, courage that the sea sees. And the best way to go to the sea is to join the Indian Navy.
All right. I myself is inspired to be in the sea. I wish to be a circumnavigator, but I can never be. But every single day, I still wish to do.
It's never too late. Sailing is one sport which is, people of all ages, from I think 18 to 80, go to sea. It's how do I put it? I'll tell you what. The 2018 Golden Globe race was won by a man who's nearly 80 years old.
I see.
So, yeah, the sea doesn't really want to know how old you are,
Okay.
whether you're a man or woman, what your disabilities are. All it notices is how well you handle your boat.
Cmdr Abhilash Tomy, solo sailing is a thrill or therapy?
Both.
Worst enemy at sea, storms or the boredom?
Your mental state.
One superstition you always follow before your voyage?
Speak to my mom, my wife, my dad, my family.
A moment from your circumnavigation you'll relive in your heartbeat?
I was crossing Chagos, heading south, and I saw a light on the horizon. And I went to check inside. There was nothing on the radar or AIS, and I was scared. I thought it must be a fishing boat or a pirate. And then I saw another light, and either it has to be a big ship or two boats.
Okay.
I went, checked inside. There's nothing. No ship, no boat. Radar is not showing anything. And I was now very scared.
Okay.
A pitch black night, and then I kept staring at it. And then I saw it was a moon coming out, one tip of the moon at a time, crescent moon. And I will never forget that moment in my life.
Wow, interesting. If they make a movie about your life, who should play you?
I don't know. Can't answer this. I really don't know. Not thought about it.
Solo or double-handed, which one tests character more?
Double-handed.
If you could take one luxury item on a circumnavigation, what would it be?
Popcorn.
What snacks did you ration the longest because it's way too precious for you?
Popcorn.
Oh, thank you very much, sir, for your precious time. So that was Cmdr Abhilash Tomy, retired. As the sail of the new generation catch the wind, Cmdr Tomy's journey comes to full circle from lone voyager to a mentor of pioneers. His words serve not just as guidance, but as a compass for those who dare to dream beyond the horizon. Today in Goa, the torch of Indian sailing burns brighter, carried forward by women charting new waters and by the pioneers who continue to guide them from the shore. Jai Hind. This is Tejut Alnakro reporting for Sudarshan World at Goa.